My name is Joe McMullen, and I would like to tell you a few of the highlights of my teaching career of 33 years, which spanned from 1962 to 1995. Many of my friends agree with me when I say we taught through a golden era. The children were great, respectful, and the parents were great also, always willing to come in and chaperone or show us slides of a country they visited that we were taking in class. And also, the pay scales were quite reasonable too. We usually kept pace with the surrounding school boards. I really didn't plan on being a teacher, but after working for 3 years for Northern Electric and living out of a suitcase, I decided I didn't want to do that for the rest of my life. And I thought, maybe I'd like to be a teacher. I always liked helping people. So that was kind of my goal. But then I realized I would have to finish grade 13 and then go to teacher's college. And there was at least 2 years out of my working life. So anyway, it just so happened that my father, who was a bank manager in Bloomfield, Ontario, was transferred to Brighton for the CIBC here, and I asked them, could I come back and live with you while I finished grade 13 and then go to teacher's college? And thankfully their answer was yes, you can. So anyway, it was kind of interesting that my sister was also in grade 13 at the same time. So I went to East Northumberland Secondary School, as it was called then. Now it's called ENSS. And I went with my sister, who was 4 years younger than I am. But anyway, after a couple of years, I was able to complete grade 13 and on to teacher's college for 1 year. Everyone has a memory about applying for their first job. I'll tell you a little bit about my experience. Keep in mind, I was still at Peterborough Teachers College, but home on the weekends. So I arranged with the chairman of the 3-man school board at Hart's Corner School to have an interview, because I had heard that they were going to need a teacher there in the fall. So we made an arrangement for 1 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon, and I remember going into the school and going into the principal's classroom, a grade 7 and 8 class, where we had our interview. And we never did sit down. We just stood looking out the windows. Anyway, I did find out that they did need a grade 5 teacher, probably 4 and 5, in the fall. Would I be interested? And I said, yes, I would be. Now, the going rates for beginning teachers at that time was $2,100. And that sounded pretty good to me, but they said, we can do a little better than that if you would like to teach music to all the classes in the school. So I had some musical experience in my life, and I thought that would be pretty good. So I said, yes, I would be very happy to do that. Of course, one of the conditions was I'd have to take a 5-week summer course in July and August in Toronto, but I'm sure I could do that. And then I thought to myself, boy, at $2,400 a year, I'd be a high-priced man. One of the responsibilities of a music teacher is to prepare for a Christmas concert. Now, I don't play the piano, but my mother is a very fine pianist, and so I asked her if she would be good enough to come out to the school and practice with us for 3 or 4 weeks before the concert, and then accompany all the classes when they did their number for the concert. One of the highlights during my time at Hart's Corners was a visit by Lester B. Pearson, the Prime Minister of Canada. He was scheduled to fly from Ottawa down to CFB Trenton, travel by motor car to Warkworth to turn the sod in a sod turning ceremony for the new Warkworth Penitentiary. Now, when the local Liberal Association heard of this, they said, wouldn't that be a wonderful time to have him drop into the school, give us his new flag, and let us raise it up the flagpole as we sang O Canada. So that's exactly what we did, and I was given the honor of playing my cornet to the tune of O Canada as everybody sang O Canada.